Travis Hunter. We've never seen the barber chair in the end zone. The fade route into the fade route haircut touchdown celebration. Because that takes practice and planning and
fade into a fade.
With the cake, everything has to set up. Brandon, imagine the marketing possibilities. The T-shirts, the protein powder, big poster of Travis on the front of House of Athlete. You could sell this. The fade into the fade. All morning, I was just cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. The money that would come pouring in from something like this. Go, Brandon.
Jenna, where were you when I was playing for the phenomenal, amazing Jet organization? I had so many touchdowns off the fade route. If I would have done something like this, I would have made so much more money. Like, man, I wish I would have thought about this back then when I was playing for the amazing Jet
organization. And they would have let you in to that Louis Vuitton store that they denied you access to. They were like, no, buddy, back to the line.
Supreme.
So the other day, Saquon showed up at some sort of practice with a Bo Jackson, Bo Knows Comebacks. I was like, oh, that's great. Everyone's into sort of vintage T-shirts. Devin Booker is wearing an old 93 Finals shirt, so sure, no big deal. Then all of a sudden, yesterday, Saquon goes back to the vintage store, pulls out another Bo Jackson shirt. So if this is going to be a thing, that Saquon Barkley's like, you know what, everybody, stop calling me Quadzilla, which is kind of bizarre. I'm the new Bo Jackson. Your old buddy Kevin Wildes is here for it. 1 trillion %. 1 trillion %. Injected into my veins. Saquon is the new Bo Jackson. Well done. Love it. Can't love it anymore.
Wildes.
Really?
Can't love it even more.
So you want?
You think I love it?
Wow.
Wildes. So you want Saquon?
Don't say it, man.
His legend and his story.
Don't say it. If you say it, you're from Kansas City.
That's what you want.
You want him.
You're legit a terrible person.
You want him to be better
You're legit
in another
a bad
sport
person
than he is
Set him up. Set him up.
That's what you want.
Time now for drawing a blank.
Nick,
We set football aside, talk some Devin Booker. Devin Booker, the guy Kevin Wildes sat on this show yesterday and predicted would have a monster game. The guy who came out in game 4 and had a monster game. Shook off game 3, put up 42 last night, but the Suns needed more. They lost the game and the chance to go up 3-1 in this series. Book was asked about it afterwards. Take a listen.
You know, I said that after last game, too, when I struggled shooting it. The main objective is to win the game, so anything that goes on throughout the game, it doesn't matter for real.
All right, Brandon, start with you. Devin Booker's game 4 performance last night was blank.
Oof. You know what? This was like Flash Mamba. That's what it reminded me of. Flash. Well, who's that? That's D-Wade. Go back to the 2006 NBA Finals, playing against the Dallas Mavericks. That dude got it done. We have Antoine Walker on the show all the time, and he always goes back to the 2006 Finals. He couldn't believe what he was seeing. He couldn't believe who he was playing with when you look at D-Wade. That was Flash last night. But it also was Kobe Bean Bryant, the Black Mamba. Why do I say that? Because those shots were difficult. This dude worked the mid-range game. He dribbled, penetrated, got to the hoop, and he didn't even make a 3, Nick. He did this not even making a 3. Yep. This was amazing. I told you guys about this yesterday. I said there's some guys that embrace these moments, and it's never too big for them. We were talking about how this dude could potentially be tired, but he went out there, man, and put on a show for all of us. But unfortunately, your boys, the Greek and the Freak, got the job done. Yes, the Greek and the Freak.
Oh, that's interesting. We just call Middleton the Freak, and it's the Greek and the Freak. It also, bonus take to lead the take, made me more optimistic about Team USA because he's going to Team USA after the finals, and those games are only 40 minutes, which is perfect because that's what he played last night. 40 good minutes, and then the last 8, didn't really have it. I will say this: Wildes. What? Show me the lie. It also, we always say, oh, this will never happen again. That'll never happen again. I guarantee you,
oh Lord,
in the rest of NBA history, no one will ever do what Devin Booker did last night. 40 points and 7 fouls in a finals game. Think about that. 40 points and 7 fouls. All right, never been done before. I know will never be done in the future. It was a little wild. My answer is anticlimactic.
That was good, Nick.
Because he had 38 through 3 quarters and then only 4 in the fourth. So a little anticlimactic.
Jenna, don't entertain that madness. Talking about you like it. Don't entertain that.
That non-foul foul. That was close, Brandon. Go ahead, Wilds.
Well, underneath the joke, I think there is something that's actually kind of interesting. So, Monty, my answer was coaching brilliance. Well, I'll get that out of the way. My answer was coaching brilliance because I thought that we are still, as media, sports media as a whole, underrating Monty Williams' move to bench him in the fourth quarter. It's unprecedented. We're like, I think it's a smart move. I think he's going to respond, and he responds in a big way. But, Nick, to your point about he had 42.7 fouls, do you think that Monty made a mistake by sitting him down, and then once you see that the refs aren't going to call fouls on him, that's like, hey, you know, strategic mistake. The refs don't want to foul him out. You should have kept him in for the entire fourth quarter.
So here's the thing on that. So it's a couple things. One is when he took him out, they were up 5. When he put him back in, they were up 5. But the argument is it broke his rhythm. I said yesterday that coaches foul their own guys out instead of recognizing that what a ref calls for a 3rd foul, he won't call for a 6th foul because he doesn't want to foul guys out. With that said, the fact that Devin Booker, after he went into the game, immediately started egregiously fouling. He had 2 obvious fouls. I think Monty knows his players and knows, like some guys, it's like, you can trust me, coach. I think Monty was right. That if I leave him out there for the final 10 minutes, maybe they won't call the first one, maybe they won't call the second one, but he can't help himself.
Great no call.
I mean, this was wild. I mean, this was a wild play.
Great no call.
I know they didn't call it.
Playoff basketball.
Great no call. It was. Yeah, it allowed Book to then go down and miss the critical layup and the Bucks to win and me to feel great this morning. So I agree. Great no call, great coaching, all of it, all around. All around, Jenna. It's a great night.
7 fouls.
Great night. I slept like a baby, Brandon.
All right, big night for Devin Booker.
Slept like a baby.
Not such a great night
sure you did.
For Chris Paul. Suns paid the price for some costly turnovers late from their veteran point guard.